Alrighty, well, it seems to be trying to go here. Having a little bit of technical difficulties this morning, but there we go. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. It's nice and cool outside. And let's see, I know here it's in the 50s. Yep, 52 degrees here this morning. So it's a nice brisk fall morning. Hope everybody's got big plans today. And let's get the morning started out right. Good morning, YouTube. All right, how y'all doing? It's a way to start out the morning, huh? Anyways, again, like I said, I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's feeling well. Hope everyone's staying safe, staying away from all the craziness that's going on, and just overall being safe and healthy and doing what needs to be done. Needed that. It, like I said, it's a beautiful. Sorry, my stand here is a little wobbly. I'm back on the laptop, as you can tell. I got my issues figured out with it, and so makes it a little bit easier to see what's going on. We can see the screen a little better. We can see the chat a little bit better. So, but this morning, I don't know about y'all, but I know in the last chat, I don't know how many of y'all homeschool, but this is our first go around with it. And because of what's going on out there in the world, we are homeschooling right now. The school district is doing homeschooling via Chromebooks. Our first grader, her class seems to be doing pretty well with minimal issues. But good morning, Tina. How are you this morning? But our 13-year-old is in 8th grade, and she is having considerable issues. Well, I shouldn't say she is having issues. The school is having considerable issues with being able to get the papers out so that they can be not read only, so that they can be edited, being able to grade them, being able to talk to their students. I mean, it's just a lot of craziness. I mean, I understand that none of them were really prepared to do this, but none of the schools here are open for regular school right now. So I guess what I'm failing to understand is, why are they having so much trouble? They teach class every day, first period, second period, third period, whatever. Teach your class, first period, second period, third period, whatever. I mean, just do it via the Chromebook. I mean, come on, people, it's not difficult. The little kids seem to get it quite well and quite easily. I mean, my first grader's going through no problem, raising her hand like she's supposed to when she's got a question, you know. I mean, it's easy peasy, you know, but our 13-year-old 8th grade, they can't seem to get it together. Your school's mandatory in person by the governor request. Wow. Yeah, see, I don't see how they can. And my biggest problem was, number one, we chose to go they had three different, I've said this before, they've got three different options. You can go to school, physical school, Monday, Tuesday. This was when the schools were going to be open, and now they're not going to be open. They are closed, period. Now, this next week, they're supposed to open, or so they think. Our governor has said that we have to maintain in each school district 8 cases per 100,000 or less in order to open schools. Well, mid-month we were doing pretty good at 7.7 cases, and now we're at like 14%, or 14 cases. So we had 10 cases on Thursday in our county. So I don't know if they're going to open or not. We'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, we had 3 different options: cohort A, B, and C. Cohort A is, you go to school on Monday and Tuesday, and then you do online Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Or you do online Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and go to school Thursday and Friday. And on Wednesdays at the schools, they were going to do a complete deep clean and clean everything, and then do it again on Saturday, so that the kids coming back in on Monday would have a nice clean school. And then they had C, which was online only. Well, we decided that, let's be honest, there's no way in hell that you're going to keep 20 kids in a class, you're going to keep their masks on full time. It's just not going to happen. You got a better luck doing it with the little kids, the kindergarten through 3rd grade, because they still primarily listen, but above that, especially teenagers, they're not going to listen to you. They don't listen to the teachers now. What makes them think that they're going to listen to them about keeping their masks on and not getting COVID? Sorry, I hate saying that word. I hate that it's even out there, but I think it's ridiculous to even expect that teachers will be able to make their students keep their masks on. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. They should have made preparations to go full online from the get-go, instead of this wishy-washy, well, we're trying to do this, we're trying to do that, we're not sure about this, we're not sure about that. Oh, we don't have enough teachers to go online. You got teachers for your regular classes, right? So, I know schools right now, just across the state line in Texas, that are doing their schools just like normal, but they have a camera on the teacher. And if the student at home that's on their Chromebook has a question, then they ask the teacher a question just like as if they were in class. So what's the big disconnect here? What's the big difficulty? I don't understand it. I understand that you may not have all of the computer resources. That part I understand. But telling me that you don't have enough teachers to teach classes, well, what are they doing right now? Are they sitting at home on their butts? School's closed. So why haven't they been teaching their normal classes? I just don't understand it. Probably a lot of teachers computer challenges. You're probably right, But, not everybody's technology savvy. Let's face it. That's a true point, Tina. That's a very true point. Not everyone is technology savvy. They don't understand everything. See, Tina, that's the one thing we don't have issues with, because all the schools here give free lunches to all the students, because this is a very low income area. And so every school here gives free lunches to every student every day. So they even have right now, because the schools are closed, they have free lunch pickup, where all you have to do is drive by in the line, and you tell them the student's name, and they will hand you their breakfast and lunch. So, and you do this at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and they'll give you the students breakfast and lunch. So, good morning, Emma. How are you this morning? but I fail to see the disconnect on why they're saying they didn't have enough teachers to teach online. So my wife and I have decided that our 13-year-old, for certain our 13-year-old, and quite potentially our 6-year-old, probably both, just because it's going to be easier, are going to do K-12. I've heard nothing but good things about K-12. I've heard nothing but great reviews about K-12. Excuse me. I spoke to one of the administrators, and they, if the kid has a question during off hours, all they have to do is send an email, and they guarantee email response. So in a timely manner. The person I talked to said that unless it's the middle of the night, they'll return an email within an hour. So that's pretty good. So you guys get free lunches, but they're not making enough food. Oh yeah. Okay, that I understand. I can see where that would happen. Where they're running out of food, mostly due to, I'm sure, the original disconnect with trucking and shipping and stuff like that in the early part of the school year, probably. Now you would think that it would be a whole lot better, but yeah, we've decided that K-12 is probably the best option for us. They have public schools available on K-12 in most areas. Ours is called Destinations New Mexico Academy, and so they'll be going to that. And I've talked to a couple of the administrators over there, and I like what they have to say. So, and it's all done through K-12, so it's all through the same platform, and you still have the opportunity to they do have some of the premium stuff that you have to pay for, yes. They have private stuff that you have to pay for, but the public school online is free. So, now, you do still have all those options for all those paid classes. So if your student really wants to do something that's not in their normal curriculum and you can afford it, well, then you can pay for that other class for them to go to, kind of like they're going to a college course. So, which is outstanding. So, which is really outstanding. Maddie. Shh. She's over here singing to me. But everything I've read, everything I've heard, it is fantastic. So far, they have called me and walked me through every step of the way. Right now, I'm waiting on some documents so that I can load those up. But the process is all very simple. So, but anyway, climb down off my soapbox now that I'm done with my rant. Exactly, dual credit classes. That's it. That's the words I was looking for. Thank you, Emma. Yeah, some of them are actually dual credit classes, college level courses, and some of them are just specialty courses that aren't offered at public schools or a lot of public schools. I know some of the kids like to learn foreign language, some of them, and stuff like that. And let's face it, there are a lot of courses that are limited, if they're even available, at most public schools. So, and I'm sure that public school for K-12 is no different. I'm sure that they have limitations on what they offer as well. But that being said, you know. And it's a more regimented schedule. It's none of this, oh, well, I'll be online today from 12 to 12:20 if you have any questions. What? You know, your daughter's taking college statistics. There you go. Heck yeah. Yeah, I hated statistics. But they do have that stuff available, and the teachers, I mean, like I said, just right now it's ridiculous. So our youngest, Maddie, her first grade teacher is really good. She every Wednesday she does calls to the parents where she gives us a 10 or 15 minute period that if we're having any questions or any issues, that all we have to do is pop on at our time and we can talk to her direct and find out what's going on. Fortunately, we don't have any problems with Maddie. None whatsoever. So she is learning quick, and in most cases ahead of the rest of the class, and it's which is a good thing. If I had known that K-12 was as good as it was, I may have put my other kids in it too. But this has kind of forced us to really look into it. I'm sure it probably was, but this has kind of forced us to really look into it and dive deep. So, but which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. So, but anyway, love to hear what the weather's like going on around the area. I know it's in the low 50s here this morning. Let's see. I looked earlier. It was 52. And whoops. Update. Come on. It's being stubborn. It still says it's 52, but it probably is. Sun's just now coming up, so your girls were worried about the transition from public to private. Yeah, but they're thriving and doing well. Exactly. I mean, I know ours were too. They were a little worried about doing the online. We were worried about it. I mean, how's it going to work? Is everything going to be nice and smooth? I mean, and well, we know for the online part of it, for our 13-year-old in 8th grade, it's a nightmare. I mean, her teachers are saying she's got assignments missing that she's turned in 3 different times because she contacts her teacher and they say, well, we don't have it. So she turns it in again. Well, we don't have it. So she turns it in again, So I don't know if, like Tina said earlier, they just don't understand how to find the paper once the kids have turned it in, or what. But it's making our 8th grader, it's making Emma just go absolutely nuts. Yes, Emma, our daughter's name is Emma. It's making her go nuts, and she really doesn't like it. She is one of those kids that stays on top of her schoolwork. She worries if she's getting a B. I mean, it just panics her to no end. She lives and thrives on the structure of getting everything done. And right now, it's just a nightmare for her. I mean, it's just thrown everything into a tailspin. So that's why we decided to put her in K-12 first. So get her up there and going. And then if everything's going smooth, if we like everything and we like the way everything's going, then we'll move our little one over. So I have a feeling that that being able to go more at their own pace, I think they will do better. I know Maddie will, because at this stage in her development as first grader, she learns very quickly, and then she gets bored. So, and let's face it, when kids get bored, they do stupid stuff. So we are trying to keep her engaged and focused, and that's difficult when she already understands the material that they're having to go over for some of the other kids, you know. So, but anyway, opted for private school because they're in school. It's been really good for them. The school's working hard to keep things safe. Nice, good, Emma. I'm glad everything's going well in that private school. I know some of them, especially the private schools, tend to be a whole lot better than the public schools. And I remember you telling me earlier that about the options and how you got in there. So, but yeah, I like that that some of them are doing everything they can. They're working hard, and let's face it, private schools or charter schools have a lot more riding on whether or not everything stays safe and that everyone's healthy, because that's their livelihood. Whereas public schools kind of get what they get, and you know, I mean, if someone gets sick, they get sick. You know, I mean, let's face it, a lot of parents send their kids to school for daycare, not to learn. So anyway, Eastern Iowa was supposed to have their first frost. Wow. We came close the first week of September. We dropped down to 39. We had a cold front come through for about 3 days. We were in the high 30s and low 40s. And now we're back up into the 50s and where it's supposed to be for fall. But I'm hoping that we get a whole lot longer than that before we get any frost, because I'm not ready for the frost yet. My garden's definitely not ready for the frost. Right. Private school enrollment spiked when the public school system announced virtual classes. Yeah, and as you can tell, the public school virtual classes, how do I put this politely here? They suck. I mean, I know that they're trying, they're doing what they can, you know, but they really need to get it together. I mean, I know people that are administrators at the school here, and some of them even work in IT, and most of their calls are, I forgot my password. How do I log on to this? I mean, so, and this is teachers calling them, by the way. So, I don't understand that. I don't understand how they can not do that. Today, just to give you an idea, Tina, today it's currently 52, but it's supposed to be 95 today. So tonight it's supposed to get down to 59, then it's supposed to be 87 on Sunday. Oh, looky there. Ooh, we're dropping down back into Monday night, 39. Tuesday night, 47. Wednesday, 47. Thursday, 44. But the highs are in the, even through all that, the highs are in the low 80s to upper 70s. So that's for the next week. So I could do with a few 40s. You know, that ain't gonna hurt me. Long as it comes up into the 70s and 80s, I'm fine with that. Yeah, today's supposed to be hot, but the rest of for the next week is supposed to be in the mid 70s to mid 80s. So, but I just hope it stays fairly decent. I mean, I got plants in the ground that I very much want them to finish ripening. I've got some Kajari melons on my trellis that are just right there, you know. They're probably a week, maybe a week and a half's worth of warm weather away from being fully ripe. And then I've got some more on there that are going to need at least a couple more weeks, you know. But other than that, they're doing well. I was planning for mid-October at the earliest before it started cooling down good, but apparently this year they had other plans for me. But like I said, I was hoping. But the weather here is always kind of crazy. Today it's great. Tomorrow, you know, the weather out here on the high desert is a lot like the mountains. If you don't like it, wait a few minutes. It'll change. You know, so anywho, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, I got a little sidetracked for a little bit. Got off my schedule of recording everything every day, and that kind of hurt me. And then I had some phone issues. My daughter dropped my phone and broke my screen, and as many of you know, that's what I do all my recording on. I do everything recording. So but anyway, it is what it is. So I went a couple weeks, 2.5 weeks, almost 3 without recording but one thing, and that was just because I had already recorded it, so and just hadn't published it yet. So, but now I'm getting back into the groove. I mean, like all of us, you take a little time off, and it's kind of hard to get back rolling, because then you're not focused on using the camera so much. You're more focused on just getting the stuff done. So, hey, good morning, Chris. How are you this morning? I hope you have a blessed weekend as well. I hope you have a blessed week this next week. So stay safe out there. But with pardon me, without I just completely lost my train of thought. Anyway, the garden did pretty decent, but I do still have some stuff that I want going. Our treasured home, good morning. I do have some stuff that I want to get done, that I want to get finished. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm not sure how you want to look at it, but looks like we're going to be going back to our full-time work schedule. So no more 1 week on, 1 week off. Yeah, well, I was kind of getting used to that. But I think going back to the regular routine will help me. I know, I'm like a lot of people that when your regular routine gets thrown off, it kind of sends everything into a spin, and you kind of lose track of what you normally do. So, and that's kind of how I am. I get sidetracked when I'm home on my week off, and I forget the camera. I just, so I build stuff, I put stuff together, I clean stuff up, and I completely forget the camera, and so it'll be good to get back to the routine, and I think that will help me get back on track with my videos. Now, it'll be different once I'm able to retire and doing this full time, because I will already have that in my routine. And that'll be good. So instead of recording, oh, here's this, oh, here's that, I'll be like, yeah, I'm not going to record today. And then tomorrow, you know what, I'm going fishing, so I think I'm going to record some of this, So anyway, not a lot of places to go fishing here in New Mexico. So I grew up in an area that had creeks, rivers, streams, lakes, all over the place, up in Northern California. Where I grew up is right in the heart of the Sierra Nevadas. Greenery everywhere, streams, creeks, lakes everywhere. So, if I wanted to go fishing, I pretty much walked out the back door. Nearest one was just across a big meadow from the house. So, but here it's not quite that way. You got to go a long way to find some place to really go fishing. I'm not a big lake fisherman, never have been. I like fishing the creeks and the rivers. So I love yeah, see, go ahead, tease me, Emma, go ahead. Excuse me. Yeah, there are plenty of places there, I'm sure. That's one thing I do miss about East Texas. When I was living over there, man, I could drive 5 minutes in pretty much any direction, and I could find a place to go fishing. So and hunting, same way. Guess we'll just have to wait and see, right? But I'm looking now. We're getting a little more back to normal. So I guess I'll try and start finding some places. I miss the fishing and the hunting, and when I was in East Texas, I had everything set up. I had areas that I went and hunted. I had areas that I went and fished, and 30 minutes from the Mississippi River, 15 minutes to Turkey River backwaters. Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. See, now, if this was our own house and not a rental, I would have a 1,000-gallon tank in the back and be doing aquaponics. So I would have fish back there, probably bluegill and cats. So I know a lot of people like to use tilapia, but I like tilapia, but I love bluegill and I love catfish. So but the sun's been coming up later and later, which is why I switched times and came back to my original 7:30 time. Been dark in the mornings, so there's not a whole lot of point in going outside. Well, I guess there would be if I had a cow or if I had goats or something like that needed to be taken care of. But I always did that at dark 30. But Truman Lake. Oh yeah. There you go. When when I was living in Missouri, we were living in Buffalo, just north of Springfield, and there's a lot of good fishing out there, a lot of good hunting out there. So I do miss that too. Um, that was when I was working for Boeing, but I think that, like I said, I miss the just being basically able to step out my back porch and go hunting or fishing. I mean, growing up, we had a big pond right there in the backyard. I mean, if I really wanted to go fishing, I could go down to the pond. You know, we had catfish and bluegill down there, so I could pretty much go fishing anytime I wanted. But I preferred trout fishing. Lisa Lee, good morning. So yeah, a lake and a reservoir are pretty close to the same thing. It's funny that that gets thrown around. It used to be, I think, that lakes were natural and reservoirs were man-made. Now it's all got kind of tossed around and, you know, intertwined, and so it's all kind of the same thing. So yeah. Anyway, but I do miss it. It looks like it's shaping up to be a pretty nice morning out there. I don't know if I posted it, but I got a short video that I guess I could post it posted this week. We have had a school across the street from us, an elementary school, where Emma, our 8th grader, she went 5th grade there before she moved up to the middle school, and they have since completely demolished it. It was scheduled for demolition because they were building a new one, and then they used it for a year while they completely rebuilt another school in the area. So then its use apparently was done, and so they shut it down and tore it down. So now I have a big empty vacant lot across the street. I mean, they even tore out all the playground equipment, everything. So, but I'll have to maybe I'll post that on Instagram or something. I've got a very short video that it's only like a couple minutes long. Maybe I'll just post it on Instagram, and we'll see. But of them when they started tearing down the school. So, and then I'll post some pictures of what it looks like now, just a completely empty vacant lot. So, but I know some of you have seen my pictures behind me. Tip the camera up just a little bit so you can see them. Those are all pictures that I took, wrong way, in some of my travels. That one is the Grand Canal in Venice, Italy. This is the mountains in Northern California right at sunset. The one above it there, that's the Grand Dome at the Vatican, and that one is a double exposure of that same dome at the Vatican. And then this one is also the Grand Canal in Venice, taken from the main bridge. And then that one is just a vertical shot of one of the little canals in Venice that I took. It was probably my favorite picture that I took the whole time I was over there. So I sent out and sold many copies of it, but I've even blown a few of them up into poster size. So but it is one of my favorites. Some of the enjoyment that I had while I was in the military, you know, traveling to some cool places. So Our Treasured Home says it probably had asbestos in it. It did. It did. I mean, it was built in the 50s, so it definitely had some asbestos. Primarily, it was the floor tiling that had the asbestos in it. You know, the old school hard floor tiling. And one of the sections had a little bit of asbestos insulation in it, because the asbestos abatement team came in and they were here for about 2 weeks, I think was it. So I think it was in the oldest section of the school that they still had some of that. But other than that, yeah, it was, you know, it wasn't stuff that was airborne. It was primarily the old school floor tiling, you know. But yeah, anyway, it's gone. The new Parkview Elementary is up the road about 1.5 miles instead of being across the street. One of the reasons why we chose this house is because it was across the street from the school. Made it really easy, you know. And it was walking distance to the middle school, so which also made it very easy. Now the high school is clear on the other side of town, and we only have one high school in the area, and all the kids go to it. And we have one freshman academy in the area, and all the kids go to it. So, but yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm not sure what they're going to turn it into. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, hopefully it'll be something that the community can use, you know, and they won't just sell it and let people put up houses or something. It's kind of a nice open area right in the middle of a few streets, and it'd be really nice if they'd put in, you know, a family park or something like that, you know. I was hoping that they'd leave the equipment there so that, you know, the kids could still use it, but they tore out all the playground equipment. Hey, Stringfield Ridge, how y'all doing? But they didn't, unfortunately, so it is what it is. Like I said, I'll probably try and drop that video either on Instagram, or maybe I'll drop it here on YouTube. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. If I know a lot of you are friends of mine on Facebook, but I also have Instagram and Twitter, and you know, I'm pretty much hooked into all those just because. I also have a crud. I don't remember the name of it now. I hate when I do that. But Pinterest? Yeah, Pinterest. I also have a Pinterest. I'll drop the link for that too. I also have a Pinterest account. It's mostly just my videos and some palette projects and stuff like that I like to look at and get ideas from and stuff like that. So they did that in Columbus, tore down an old elementary school and built a new crime scene building. Wow. Yeah, I hope they don't do anything like that, you know. They had talked about at one time building a senior center. I would be fine with that, you know. They had also talked about building a park, so which would be even better, but yeah, Emma, I did the same thing. I've had a personal account, Twitter account for years, and I just started doing the Twitter account for Nodough Acres probably, I don't know, 6-7 months ago. So, and I mean, there's not a lot on it. I mean, like I said, I mostly just post videos to it and, you know, chat here and there on it, but But other than that, you know, it's just there. So, but I'm trying to get back into the rhythm of things and get back connected with everybody, and you know, so it's real easy to lose focus with everything going on. You really got to push yourself hard to stay on top of it. Like I said, it's just been, oh, this needs fixed, so I go fix it. You know, oh, that needs done, so I go do it. And then my wife goes, well, did you film it? Ah, crap. No, I didn't. You know, so which is why I did the nest box one, and I put up the one of the trellises and stuff like that. So I do have a project getting ready to start, and I'm fixing to build some more wind chimes. I've got the material for them, so hopefully I'll remember, and I'll film those up and get them out. I'm going to put on my chicken tractor, I've decided to build a upper section over the back, about 3 foot tall, 4x4, for the chickens to actually roost in, so that they have some place that's insulated for the winter. That's my next project, along with, you know, just staying up on the garden and stuff like that. But yeah, it's real easy, isn't it, you guys? It's real easy to just go, oh, well, I got to go do this. So you go do it, and then you're like, ah, damn it, I should have filmed that. But so it's real easy to forget, and especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. So anyway, I think that we got about 10 minutes here before Mama Z comes on, so I'll probably go ahead and cut it, and we'll call her a day. And I'll head out to the garden myself. I got a bunch of peppers, ghost chilies, habaneros, and Tabasco peppers to pick, and some bell peppers and some jalapenos, and then we got some okra to cut. So got plenty of okra coming in, and beans to pick. Wow, we're gonna be busy today. Today and tomorrow, so we're definitely gonna be busy out there. So I hope you all have a blessed day, a blessed weekend, and a blessed week. So until next time, no dough, no problem, just grow. God bless y'all, and y'all take care of yourselves. Oh, it's okay, Stringfield Ridge, don't worry about it. I'm glad you dropped in. So I'm back to my regular 7:30 schedule, so 7:30 every Saturday morning. So, well, 7:30 my time, which is 9:30 Eastern. So whatever that is in the other areas. So y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. And